Hi everyone, this is Sally Reese bringing you your Tuesday treat for this week. Gosh, the weeks come around quickly, don't they? So today I wanted to talk to you about a juice in particular, a specific juice, and hopefully some of you are juicing already. But this juice is called CABALA juice, and I'll explain why it's called that in a sec. But it's something that a guy called Don Tolman invented. And anything that he suggests or recommends, I would definitely follow and put into practice. This guy has studied the ancient peoples from way, way, way back. And he's also responsible for the doctrine of signatures. That is like what part of the body do celery and rhubarb resemble or remind you of? And the answer is bones. So eat celery and rhubarb for your bone health. And that's not silly because celery is full of sodium and your bones also need sodium. And so it's definitely something that I try to follow. There's all sorts of things like avocados. What part of the body does an avocado remind you of? Most people don't guess this first time, but it's the womb. And have another guess. How long does it take an avocado to go from forming to being ripe and ready to eat? And you're right, you guessed it, 9 months. So it's very fascinating, the study of the doctrine of signatures. So anyway, this guy, Don, comes to Australia and New Zealand to give talks now and again, quite regularly actually. He is American and he's a bit of a character. He dresses in black and he has a moustache which is black like this, and there's other grey bits, so it's a black moustache like that. And he wears a black cowboy hat and black clothes, so he's a bit of a character. You can pick him out from a crowd just by that. So I've been to hear him speaking in Brisbane once, and it's fabulous. So he recommends this CABALA juice. So if you have any disease, and in particular serious life-threatening diseases, he recommends that you fast on CABALA juice. And fasting anywhere from 7 to 28 days, and maybe more if you can stand it. But you need several juices a day. I'm not quite sure how many he recommends, but I'd say at least 4 litres. So if you have any disease in your body, it's not something that's just happened right now when you notice it. It's been building up over time, and 95% of dis-ease in our body comes from plaque on our blood vessels. And plaque is like the plaque on your teeth. It's a build-up over time, and this is causing inflammation. So in your blood vessels, it restricts the flow of blood, causing all sorts of complications and dis-ease. So it's an accumulation of the foods you're eating and the lifestyle you're living, a large part because of the food you're eating. So good way to keep your health to maintain your health at a good level. I'd recommend doing a CABALA juice every day, and definitely if you've got life-threatening illnesses, do a fast using this CABALA juice. And yeah, so as we know, I think we've talked about fasting is a sure, quick way to better health. So So let me get you the recipe. CABALA, C-A-B-A-L-A. So what that stands for is carrot, apple, beet, apple, lemon, apple. And so he's formulated this recipe, which I'll give you right now. Here it is. So juice, 2.2 kilos of carrots, 2 red apples, 1 beetroot, about a third of the size of your fist, so it's not a great big piece, 2 yellow apples, 1 lemon including the rind, and 2 green apples. So it's 3 kinds of apples, 3 different colours, carrots and beets and lemon. So, yeah, so a cold press juicer is recommended because it extracts more of the nutrients out of the produce, but if you have any kind of juicer, it's certainly better than none. So have this, so if it's not organic, sometimes it's hard to get organic produce in your neighbourhood. So what you can do is put them in the sink or in a bowl and add some raw apple cider vinegar and let them soak in there for 10 or 15 minutes, and you can give them a scrub if you like, and this will get rid of a lot of the residue of sprays and things on the outside of the vegetables. Yeah, so I'd recommend doing that. And what else? Definitely try it once a day and try and get into the habit of it. So it's basically the plaque is an accumulation of what you put in your body and also, of course, what you put on your body. So be a bit more aware of stuff you put on your body. I never wear sunscreen. I never use deodorant. I know it's not 40 degrees here in New Zealand in the summer, but however hot it is, I don't use deodorant at all. And I put that down to the high level of raw foods in my body and the level of cleanliness of my insides. So, yeah, you could try that. And make sure, if you do use it, make sure it has no aluminium. There are some more natural deodorants around. Also sunscreen. I never use sunscreen, but nor do I stay in the sun for too long. But, yeah, I've just, I think I might have mentioned it before on one of my videos. I've got a sunspot at the top of my arm here. And I checked with the doctor and she told me, wonder of wonders, to put some milkweed juice on it. So I did that. It's a weed, and if you break the stalk, you get a white liquid, which is actually latex. So I put that on it, just on the discoloured area, and lo and behold, the skin came off, and it's healing up really well now, so all's good. But I might just get it checked next week, just to make sure. So if I'd left it, it could have been a bit more serious. So you can do that if you notice any sunspots. Yeah. So CABALA juice. So that's all about CABALA juice. If you want to know more about Don Tolman, his website is Tolman Self Care. That's TOLMAN selfcare.com, and I think his Instagram account is Don Tolman Self Care. So he's an amazing guy. He knows an awful lot, and he can recommend if someone you know has cancer or some other life-threatening illness, he can tell you exactly what to do, and you'll get better. So I'd definitely listen to him. Have a look on YouTube. I'm sure there's a few YouTube videos out there that he's done. And also another guy that I follow is Marcus Rothkrantz, and Marcus has interviewed Don probably more than once, and there's an interview there on Marcus's YouTube channel, so you can go and listen to that. So that's CABALA juice for today, and this is Sally Reese signing off from your Tuesday treat this week, and look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.